Oh, hello there. I'm Bilchan.
I'm Nimikung.
I'm Banchan.
In this class, I'll read to all of you Chapter 9, Section 1 of The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes.
As.
Ah.
The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. Author Conan Doyle. Chapter 9, Section 1. Of all the problems which have been submitted to my friend, Mr. Sherlock Holmes, for solution during the years of our intimacy, Mr. Hatherley's thumb, and that of Colonel Warburton's madness. Observer, that it may be the more worthy of being placed upon record, which he achieved such remarkable results. The story has, I believe, been told more than once in the newspapers, but, like all such narratives, I print them when the facts slowly evolve before your own eyes, onto the complete truth. At the time, the circumstances made a deep impression upon me, and the lapse of 2 years has hardly served to weaken the effect. It was in the summer of '89, not long after my marriage, that the events occurred which I am now about to summarize. Brimmed, so far as to come and visit us. My practice had steadily increased, and as I happened to live at no very great distance from Paddington Station, I got a few patients from among the officials. One of these, whom I had cured of a painful and lingering disease, suffer over whom he might have any influence. One morning, at a little before 7 o'clock, had come from Paddington and were waiting in the consulting room. I dressed hurriedly, for I knew by experience that railway cases were seldom trivial, and hastened downstairs. As I descended, my old ally, the guard, came out of the room and closed the door tightly behind him. "I've got him here," he whispered, jerking his thumb over his shoulder. "What is it?" Then I asked, "In my room." "It's a new patient," he whispered. I thought I'd bring him round myself. Then he couldn't slip away. There he is, all safe and sound. I must go now. Doctor, I have my duties, just the same as you. And off he went, this trusty tout, without even giving me time to thank him. I entered my consulting room and found a gentleman seated by the table, which he had laid down upon my books. Round one of his hands he had a handkerchief wrapped, which was mottled all over with bloodstains. He was young, not more than 25, I should say, with strong, masculine face, suffering from some strong agitation, which it took all his strength of mind to control. "I am sorry to knock you up so early, Doctor," said he, "but I have had a very serious accident during the night. I came in by train this morning, and on inquiring at Paddington as to where I might find a doctor, a worthy fellow very kindly escorted me here. I gave the maid a card. I took it up and glanced at it. Wistu, Victor Hatherley, hydraulic engineer, Victoria Street, 3rd floor. That was the name. and abode of my morning visitor. I regret that I have kept you waiting, said I, sitting down in my library chair. You are fresh from a night journey. I understand. Well, my night could not be cold monotonous, said he, and laughed. He laughed very heartily, with a high, rainy note, leaning back in his chair and shaking his sides. All my medical instincts rose up against that laugh. Stop it, I cried. Pull yourself together, and I poured out some water from a carafe. It was useless. However, when some great crisis is over and gone. Presently he came to himself once more, very weary and pale looking. I have been making a fool of myself, he gasped. Not at all. Drink this. I dashed some brandy into the water, and the colour began to come back to his bloodless cheeks. That's better, said he. And now, Doctor, perhaps you would kindly attend to my thumb. He unwound the handkerchief and held out his hand. It gave even my heart and nerves a shudder to look at it. There were 4 protruding fingers and a horrid, spongy surface where the thumb should have been. It had been hacked or torn right out from the roots. Good heavens, I cried. This is a terrible injury. Yes, it did. I fainted when it was done, and I think that I must have been senseless for a long time. When I came to, I found that it was still bleeding. Excellent. It is a question of hydraulics. You see, this has been done, said I, examining the wound. A thing like a cleaver, said he. An accident. What? I sponged the wound, cleaned it, dressed it, and finally covered it over with cotton wadding and carbolus bandages. He lay back without saying, though he bit his lip from time to time. How is that? I asked when I had finished. Capital. Between your brandy and your bandage, I feel a new man. I was very weak. Perhaps you had better not speak of the matter. Well, no. Not now. I shall have to tell my tale to the police. But, between ourselves, if it were not for the convincing evidence of this wound of mine, I should be surprised if they believed my statement, for it is a very extraordinary one. And then, even if they believe me, half cried I, solved it. I should strongly recommend you to come to my friend. Reste. To be continued.